Nepal. Country of Himalayas, a nation encompassed by beautiful mountain ranges and indomitable peaks. Mount Everest, the highest peak in the world. Spiritual land, the land of Gautam Buddha, the light of Asia. A land of diverse geography, nature, society and culture, heritage, caste and race. In the last few decades, Nepal has become the premier trekking destination in the world. The trekking routes of Sagar, Annapurna, Langtang and Manaslu regions are now a favourite destination for trekkers from all over the world. Of these, the trek through Annapurna is one of the most popular and spectacular. Before we start our journey to Tilicho, a glacier lake, the highest in the world, and Torangla Pass, the Annapurna trek is a scenic journey through hills, mountains, rivers, passes, gorges, fords, and the culture and societies of rural Nepal, along with botanical, natural, cultural and religious heritage and diversity. The Annapurna region was opened to foreign tourists for the first time in 1977 and has since grown hugely in popularity among trekkers. We have with us a group of foreign tourists, experienced and fond of trekking. Our journey starts by road, the 177 kilometres from Kathmandu to Beshisahar in the Lamjung district, a 6-hour-long journey which boasts magnificent panoramic views of Nepal. Located at an altitude of 820 metres, Beshisahar is the headquarters of the hilly Lamjung district, which can be explored in a couple of hours, but with a target of reaching the pass located at an altitude of 5,416 metres. This, our last road trip by jeep, is to Bulbuli, and from there to Germu on foot.
विश्वमा नै यो 10 उत्कृष्ट पर्यटकीय गन्तव्य स्थल मध्येमा अन्नपूर्ण क्षेत्र पनि परेको हुनाले र अन्नपूर्ण सर्किट जाँदाखेरि यो मेन गरेर 5416 मिटरको परङ पास क्रस गर्न उनीहरु चाहिँ यही बाटो भएर आउने हुनाले र उहाँहरुलाई हामीले दिने सुविधा र उहाँहरुलाई दिने सूचना सबै कुराहरु हामीले दिन पाउँदा हामीलाई चाहिँ गर्व लागिरहेको छ.
We've had a really great experience so far. We've only been in Nepal a few days. This is our first official day of our trek, just transporting up into the Himalayas. But the process has been really great so far. The people we've been working with have been really great. The system they have here seems really thorough and really efficient. Back in Kathmandu, we got our TIMS card, we got our permit.
Our journey takes us along the banks of Marsyangdi, through Kudi, Bulbuli, Nagdi to Bahundanda. In terms of social order, we can find a variety of castes and indigenous races living here. This rural Nepali population shows with their toil and pride their understanding of the importance of tourism to the area. The second day of our journey, we come to know the hospitality and friendliness that rural Nepali society provides, and also glimpses of their lifestyle. The journey for the next day starts from Jakatdanda, then through Chiamche, and ends at Lake. Our journey continues ahead through Karte, where we rest a while, Lower Darapani and Bagarchap, taking around 7 hours to reach Chami. From Chami begins the real trek, a difficult but enthralling journey. Rhododendron, the national flower of Nepal, blooms all over the place. After Bagarchap, from Chami, our journey gradually gains height. After reaching Bagarchap and Danakyu at an altitude of over 2,000 meters, we start our journey through the Smiling Mountains. During this journey at the base of a large hill and along the banks of Marsyangdi River, we can see a procession of people moving ahead in search of Yashagumba, and elsewhere caravans of sheep, mules, and yaks. After a 3-hour journey from Danakyu to Latamarang, Tangkot, located at an altitude of 2,500 meters, is a rest stop for the tourists. Next comes Kupar, a traditional mountain village with a path of carved stone. Kupar is the entrance to Chami, the start of our mountain trek. Chami is the headquarters of Manang, a district behind the mountains. A convenient and comparatively luxurious rest stop for trekkers and tourists. The social lifestyle and daily activities of the locals here reflect the traditions of mountain life, despite its development as a trekker's stop-off town. Let us enjoy for a while the snow-bitten barren hills and white mountains, before enjoying the views of white colour smeared in the body of mountains, as if painted by an artist. Let us take a glimpse of the chilly, windy Dukurpokhari and Chulu Peak. This place, seen as a probable site for the Himalayan Marathon, is one of the most important landmarks of the Annapurna Trail trek. Therefore, the ardent admirers of this daunting trek see reaching this point as a major achievement.
How we feel? Well, first to Himalaya, so it's very wonderful. I feel a little bit already the altitude. It is probably the best trek we have ever done, or from the point of view of the scenery around. So I am satisfied.
With Mount Manaslu to the east and Mount Lamjung to the west, this beautiful place, with different mountain ranges to the north and located at an altitude of 3,700 meters, is Pishang. The upper Pishang, comprising of houses and monasteries of Tibetan architecture, is a famous sightseeing spot to experience the mesmerizing beauty of the Annapurna Range and Manang Valley. The flatlands, looking like Tibetan highlands, with glacial rivers and avalanches, are the main attractions of this journey. You can even see the mountain ranges from the window of your bedroom in Upper Pishang.
Over Bisa on the Kesabane, Gomobin in the Jigibo, Gamone, Kele Garargo, Purono Garado Yansa. Yambara, Diluso Big Desa, Jilu West Desa, Jilu Eat Desa, Ane Lamdu Yamala Desa, Anumono to Fast Onza.
With a heart full of joy, despite the arid woods and hills nibbled by the mountain cold, you are presently on the way to Geru Forest. Geru is the smallest VDC of Nepal, having a total population of not more than 5 dozen. These far-flung mountainous districts are associated with the monasteries and shrines located here. The northern region of Manang is a spiritual land for the study of Buddhism. In the course of the journey, sometimes we get to witness dangerous sights. Be brave and let us enjoy the sight of this snowfall and avalanche for a moment. The ravines at Marchandi River, spread to the west and northwest of Manang, are like a paradigm of struggle and achievement. This place is also related to the history of modern Nepal. The fort, said to have been constructed by Gali kings to protect themselves from attack, shows the archaeological importance of this region. This is the Manang Bazaar, located at a height of 3,500 metres. Manang is a great place to see herds of yaks, horses and mules. The view of the morning mountain, as if emblazoned in flames of fire, is rare. We can get glimpses of Annapurna 2, Annapurna 3, Gangapurna Mountain, Kangsar Kang, or White Mountain, in our 2-day stop at Manang. Having no alternative methods of production, the centuries-old agro-farming done in this region is a subject of both interest and curiosity. Before setting out for Torang La Pass, Manang is the spot where one can become familiar with the mountainous environment. You can experience the cultural history of Manang in the local museum. The 3-decades-old image of Manang can be seen in the Manang Cultural Museum that comprises of materials used in daily activities, mountain lifestyles, and traditional attire.
र यहाँ हिमाल मात्र हैन, यहाँको आफ्नै किसिमको विशेषताहरू छन्। जस्तै गरेर यहाँ तपाईको आफ्नै किसिमको यहाँको भौगोलिक स्थिति, ऐतिहासिक चिजहरू र यहाँको एकदम युनिक खालको चाडपर्वहरूले गर्दाखेरि मनाङलाई चाहिँ एउटा बेग्लै र सुन्दर जिल्लाको रूपमा चाहिँ चिनिन्छ। थोरङ पास गर्नुभन्दा अगाडि चाहिँ यो अल्टिट्युडसँग चाहिँ क्लाइमेटाइज हुनुपर्ने भएको हुनाले पनि यहाँ 2 दिन 3 दिन चाहिँ रेस्ट गर्ने गरिन्छ।
Manang itself is a museum of nature. This place is itself an anthropological treasure trove of society and culture.
The people who love adventure, who want to go out and explore something, this is really a very beautiful and lovely place. The people are good, they are helpful, so you will really enjoy it. Just find the time and come here, I would say.
This is Baraka, a valley inside the cold desert, surrounded by white mountains and desolate hills. Here lies an ancient monastery. Situated to the southeast of Baraka, the Kiragompa monastery is believed to be more than 1,200 years old.
यो चाहिँ अब मेरो हिसाबमा यो गुम्बा चाहिँ 1200 वर्ष इति खै होला।
This monastery has opened many doors to those wishing to study the Buddhist civilization of the mountain region. We generally find traditional villages adjoining the walls of hills in mountainous areas. Baraka, the main village of this region, is regarded as a model of security and harmony. The latter part of your journey is about to begin, a more difficult and thrilling journey. It is therefore necessary to be reminded of information regarding your personal safety for one more time before the journey begins.
And the other thing is, most people are breathing quite heavily and often mouth breathing, and you do lose a lot of moisture just by breathing. So 4 litres is almost a minimum. If you're bigger than the average 70 kilo man, maybe even 5 litres.
Providing medical services to visitors from overseas and making sure they don't run into problems, or if they do, trying to help them out with the high altitudes and the problems that are related to that. They tend to be the seasons that these higher and more remote regions are busiest with the Nepalese people as well. So they come up for tourism and for farming, and we are able to provide a medical service to them as well as to the visitors.
The 9th day of our journey, of the Annapurna trek, is for Tilicho Lake. During the 2-hour journey from Manang to Tangki Manang to Kangsar, we get a sight of houses adorning the crown of the mountains. There are natural turfs of snow as if made for skiing. In this journey to Tilicho Lake, another unforgettable moment awaits: the relationship between mountain and the deer. There is no better place to see this than Srikarka. The journey to Tilicho is regarded as probably the most daring and challenging in the entire Annapurna trek. The personal safety of the trekkers is the most important issue in this precarious mountain walk. That is why this is the most daring trek this group has ever done before.
Abbiamo messo 5,5 €
This land, wrapped inside the quilt of snow throughout the year, is a dream of trekkers around the world. Wall of snow, valley of snow, world of snow. For people here, snow is nothing, but for those who visit here, snow is everything.
It was some kind of my dream to see Tilicho Lake, and I got it. Now it's time for new dreams. So this place is very beautiful, and I love mountains, so Himalaya is like...
This is Tilicho, the lake situated at the highest altitude in the world. After reaching this extreme and unforgiving destination that appears almost impossible on foot, no one would leave without first taking a deep sigh of satisfaction and triumph, standing right before the lake. Our dreams come true after taking a long breath in front of Tilicho. Here, we are delighted, gratified. Here, we chill. Here, we hug and celebrate our triumph. With memories of the previous day's Tilicho experience, today you are ready for Yakarka. The Tibetan plate seen from Latdar is these large plateaus are buried inside or filled with snow throughout the year. We are now in the secluded village of Upper Kangsar. Today's weather is perfect to get a rare sight of the mountains and mountainous district. After crossing these fields of snow, the ecstasy that the tourists and trekkers find is almost beyond words.
3's there, 2's that way.
and then this one.
I feel amazing. It's just such a stunning view, and the atmosphere is great. When you see the mountains, it's so powerful. It's amazing.
It's surreal just looking around and being in the Himalayas and being so high up and in touch with nature.
To build a base for the final destination of the journey, The climb to the 4,110 metre high Yakarka is an easy walk. Yakarka, situated in the lap of huge rocks, is the second last rest stop for the tourists before reaching their destination. The stay at Yakarka is appropriate for taking the necessary precautions to combat altitude sickness for the rest of the journey. The more you ascend from the 4,150 metre high Torang Lafedi to 4,850 metre high Torang La base camp, passing the fields of snow on the way, the more your journey approaches its conclusion. Due to the deficiency of oxygen here, it is difficult even to halt for a single night. Muktanat, a popular shrine for Hindu devotees, is the god of salvation. Located at an altitude of 3,800 metres, Muktinat is 4 hours walk from Torang La. During September to November, large groups of devotees visit here, and we can see the union of Hinduism and Buddhism in one place. Kagbeni is the doorway to Upper Mustang, sometimes lying like a dry desert, and sometimes blooming with greenery. Its unique geographical diversity and the beauty of the 700-year-old monastery are the main attractions. It falls under the Annapurna region, sharing a common border with Tibet. This area is another new, important and challenging destination for foreign tourists coming to Nepal. In this daunting journey along the banks of Kaligandaki, the scenic glimpse of the Red Mountains, like small but unblemished carrots, is simply breathtaking. This land was closed for tourists until 1991. Mainly this region has its identity in the form of a medieval town surrounded by walls of mud, and as a mystical and ancient land of Buddhist devotees. Upper Mustang is a recent site for carrying out archaeological research, where we can see 1,000-year-old man-made and natural caves. To experience the social structure, tradition and lifestyle of this region, mostly influenced by Tibetan civilization, Upper Mustang is the place to be. After returning along the banks of Kaligandaki River, you can take a flight from the airport located at Jomsom, the headquarters of the Mustang district, to Pokhara and Kathmandu. But the trek is not over yet. While returning from this journey through the Annapurna region, let us explore Marfa and Gasa that lie on the way. Marfa, a home to the minority population of Takali caste, is also famous for apple farming and wine made from organic apples. And the world's deepest gorge and the beautiful Rupshi Fall that lie between Marfa and Gasa are scenic splendours of this journey. Tatapani is a popular religious pool mentioned in the Hindu holy epic Ramayana, which is believed to cure all body ailments, especially skin diseases, if you take a dip in it. After a long journey, tourists can bathe in the natural hot spring and rest here for a while. The journey uphill from Tatapani to Goripani is not as difficult as that of Manang, but it is not as easy as it is thought to be. The wide Himalayan mountain range can be observed from Poon Hill, situated at an altitude of 3,210 metres. From the very sunrise, mountains like Annapurna, Machu Picchu, Dhaulagiri, Annapurna Right can be seen from Poon Hill, making this one of the main sightseeing spots of the Annapurna region. The belief, trust and respect that the indigenous Sagar community of Nepal shows towards the tourists at the end of the journey represents the entire Nepali culture. This stay in Gorapani gives a lifetime experience of lively Nepali society and its structure. Another unforgettable part of the journey. Heartfelt congratulations for a safe and successful journey through Nepal. We hope you will return for another experience of a lifetime.